What's up, guys? I wanted to take a few minutes in this video to talk about something that has been on all of our minds, and that is the ammo shortage that we're seeing and some of the things that we can do that may help to reduce this problem. Now, as we've been going throughout this year, through 2020 especially, there's just been an explosion in new gun ownership, and of course, those new gun owners are buying ammo as well. There's also been an explosion in panic buying by people that just don't have much ammo or don't usually keep much ammo in stock. So they've gone out to the store, and every time they go out, they just basically clean the stores out. And what that has done, as we all know, it has driven up prices dramatically. Now, I recently wrote an article on my website that you can find here, boomsticktactical.com, and I really recommend, guys, you going over to check out my website. That is one thing that I have other than YouTube and a lot of social media, with all of the bias, with all of the other stuff going on. That I try to post over there as well. That way, if something happens to YouTube, then I still have my website. That's something that they can't kick me off of because it's mine. Go over again, like I said, go over to boomsticktactical.com, and over there you can find the article where I talk a little bit about this. Now, one of the big things that we all need to be aware of is that this is not necessarily going to last forever. Okay, with the pandemic, with the way that manufacturing has been shut down, things like that, there has been a big impact on that. Now, I did a video earlier about that where I had talked about the ammo shortage, but now what we're starting to see is the fact that people aren't just buying ammo, they're buying everything they can, they're paying outrageous prices for it, and all it is doing is keeping those prices high. I know that Federal put out the CEO of Federal put out a video talking about how that they are just basically running everything that they can. I've personally talked to Hornady and a couple of other manufacturers, and they're running everything that they can. They're running as fast as they can. But what we have is a situation where people are just cleaning out the stores. Online retailers are just, they stay, or at least what they have on the website, they stay basically out of stock on everything, and they'll put out a very limited supply, and when they do, those prices are ridiculous. The best thing that we could all do is simply slow down the amount of ammunition we're trying to buy. All right, when we have these shops, these online stores, these distributors and things like that, when that supply does not move the way that they want it to, then those prices are going to start coming down. And it's a very good consideration to think, a very good time to think about just exactly how much ammo you need for the situation that you find yourself in. And I talk about that a little in the article that I wrote. Again, boomsticktactical.com. I'll leave a link down in the description. So if you are in a situation, for example, if you live in one of these big cities, and you are going to have to leave because of all of the riots, civil unrest, and things that have been happening, you're going to be limited on the amount of ammunition that you have just by the amount that you can carry. If you are leaving your apartment or whatever, if you've got, say, 10,000 rounds of ammo stashed away at your apartment somewhere, the fact is you may not be able to take all of that with you if you're forced to leave. And if you are in a situation to where driving is not an option. We've seen roads and things shut down because of the civil unrest, and if you had to walk over to, say, somewhere else where you can get transportation, your supply, or what you could have, is going to be diminished even more. You're going to be limited to just what you can carry. And simply thinking that you're going to be able to carry a bunch of ammo is not factual. Okay, if you are in a situation where you're having to bug out of your primary residence or whatever, there's going to be other things that you're going to need to take with you. You're going to need to take clothing, you're going to need to take potentially food, depending on what's going on, as well as other supplies, things that are going to take up space, things that are going to add weight to your loadout, especially if you're having to walk for any distance. And it's not just people in big cities, people that live in more rural areas as well. There again, the best situation is if you are able to stay in your home and not have to leave where your supplies are and things like that. But unfortunately, for some of you all, I know that that's not an option. I know, last year had seen a big wave of people leaving out of these big cities and things like that. So when you go to the gun store to buy ammo, do you really need another 1,000, another 10,000 rounds of ammo? That's a question that you're going to have to ask yourself, depending on the situation that you're in. Even in your own home, how much ammo do you have currently stocked up? I would encourage you to go and look at the total number of rounds fired in any kind of a home defense situation, and you will see that it's not as high as you think. Okay, I mean, some of the most dramatic situations that we've seen, there have been significantly lower amounts of ammunition fired than what most people think. Now, I don't want anybody to get confused here with what I'm saying. My opinion is it is better to have more than what you're going to need. Okay, that's just, there's no way about that. I'm somebody that, I've stocked up. I had a good supply of ammunition well before this has hit. But what we're seeing now is just beyond ridiculous. With the supply, with the prices and things like that. And in this video, what I'm wanting to do, if you already have, several rounds, several thousand rounds of ammo, things like that, stocked up, and you're going to go to the gun store again, exactly what are you doing with it? Are you buying it up just to have it, just for the purpose of resale or whatever? And again, the way that you should do it, in my opinion, is building your supply over time. I know right now a lot of people are just rushing to the gun store to get their hands on whatever they can, and that is one of the big contributing factors to what's happened. But if we just take a step back, if all of us as a group just take a step back, instead of buying everything that they have at the gun store, just buy a box or two or whatever you're going to shoot for the day or whatever, that is going to help to start lowering those prices again. That will help to bring those levels of supply back to normal. And with that, the prices are going to come down, and it's going to make it better for everybody. Yes, I know what's happened with the election and all of that, and that's probably that's a subject for another video. But in reality, with a growing number of gun owners, there is also a even lower support for gun control. And again, I'll talk about that in the article, boomsticktactical.com, link down in the description, so go check it out. Things are going to get a little bit better. It's just we've got to be cautious in what we do going forward. We don't need to go out and just clean out the gun store of everything that they have just as soon as they get it in. Okay. And it's a good idea that when prices and availability does come back to normal levels, if you want to build up your supply even more than what you have, that's great. I'm all for it. In fact, I would encourage you to do so. But do it slowly, do it gradually, not in a panic situation to where you're spending your entire paycheck on ammo. Just don't do that, okay? There's other things that you need to do to prepare yourself for a bad situation happening. I've got several articles about that on my website, so go check it out. But guys, this is just something that we just need to get through, and hopefully before much longer, we can get back out to the range, spend more time at the range again when the ammo supplies come back. I think that's something that I really hate is with the shortages right now. Even though that I know I have plenty of ammo put back, I really don't want to go out and shoot it because I don't want to spend that extra money to replace it. So like most people, I have significantly cut back on my range time, focus more on dry fire techniques and things like that. But guys, this is just a quick video that I wanted to do. Let me know your thoughts. Are you buying up ammo just to be buying it, or are you actually shooting what you're buying? Love to hear from you. Let me know down in the comments below what your thoughts are on this. But guys, check out the rest of the videos on the channel. Thanks for watching. Again, visit my website at boomsticktactical.com, and we'll see you next time.